historical tea. On this day in history, the Statue of Liberty arrived in the United States. However, did you know that the Statue of Liberty was very much funded by the Haitian population? What? I thought we got it from the French. We did, bitch. Let me tell you the story. So if you're trying to understand Haiti today, first thing I will say, when you do your research, you're going to see the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. The poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Let's run it the fuck back. Because when it was a French colony, it was the most lucrative colony that France had. Meaning, it made France more money than any other French colony. So how does a nation go from the richest to the poorest in a couple hundred years? Bitch, by design. Picture it as 1492, right? And Columbus is sailing the ocean blue. Colombo is an Italian, but he has a brand deal with the Spaniards, and they pay for all of his expeditions. So he takes a ride out of Europe, right? Lands in the Caribbean. He don't have nobody at the time has a good understanding of geography, so he thinks he's in India. Girl, he's not. But that's why we currently call the Caribbean the West Indies. Okay? So, Columbus establishes a colony in what is present-day Haiti. The island of Hispaniola is what it's called. This is one landmass that is now Haiti and the Dominican Republic. It is all one landmass though. But at the time, it was just a whole joint island of Hispaniola. The Spaniards had control of that from fucking 1492, the very end of it. So 1492 until the 1600s. Now, at this point, around 1600s, all the European countries are like, oh bitch, what did you say about the New World? I want a piece. Give me a piece. Give me a piece. I want this. I want this. I want this. So the French take their ass to Hispaniola, and now there's all kind of squabbles between the French and the Spanish, because the Spanish were like, we got here first. And meanwhile, the fucking Taino people were like, actually, we got here first. You fuck. Anyway, so it is then decided in 1697 what part the Spanish people will control and what part the French will control. Spain controls what is now the DR. France controls what is now Haiti. Controlled. You know what I mean? In 16 whatever the fuck. Boom, boom. You tracking? I hope so. So, Spain passed these laws called like the Burgos Law, B-U-R-G-O-S, I think. Those laws that said you are not allowed to enslave the native people of a colony. Therefore, what is now the DR is a genetic mixture of the indigenous Taino people, Spaniards, and enslaved African people. Because they said, you're not allowed to make the native people into slaves. Go get some other people and have them do it. You're fucking wild, Spain. But the French, they said, yes, you can enslave them. I don't give a fuck. So they did, killed off the entire Taino population, and then just kept replenishing with more enslaved people. Bro, the majority of the enslaved people that were in what is now Haiti were born in Africa. Bro, they didn't even have, the life expectancy was 3 years old. Put it like that. So there was no like reproduction happening. Okay, now, a major difference was that what is now, I'm going to just say the DR in Haiti. I know that's not what they were called. Fucking bear with. The DR, they had a lot of Spaniards there. There were a lot of people from Spain, from the Canary Islands, moving to this new world to establish themselves and create a new life in this new land, blah, blah, blah. However, Haiti did not have that. All of the fucking, like, the plantation owners and shit, which they were called the Grand Blancs, they all lived in France. So it was a chance that you could be like oh, I inherited this from my father. It's this whole plantation. And your daddy ain't even never fucking see the plantation, because his ass has been in France this whole time. So the majority of Haiti, it was 90% enslaved people. Haiti was the first country in the Western Hemisphere to have a successful slave rebellion. For me, that's an oxymoron to say it's a slave rebellion. That's like saying jumbo shrimp. What the fuck? It's slavery. Of course they okay. So, it's a success. And not only do they say like, it's not just like, I'm not gonna do this. It's like, no bitch, we're dismantling the entire system of slavery. We're burning the fucking crops to the ground so that you can't make no money off of us. Shout out to Toussaint Louverture. The rebellion, the uprising. Because when white people do it, it's called a fight for independence. When a minority population does it, it's called a rebellion or a revolt or a riot. So the uprising is the successful one, and it is led by a man named Toussaint Louverture. So Haiti is able to claim their independence in 1804. Haiti beats the French in 1804. Now, about 20 years later, in 1825, France rolls back up to the Haitians with all kind of warships, guns drawn, everything else, and is like, you owe us a fuck ton of money. And the Haitians are like, for what, bitch? And they're like, lost property. What property? Girl, the human beings. The human beings. Haiti said, girl, we don't have enough money for that shit. France said, don't worry, we'll give you a loan. You're just gonna have to pay interest on it. But we're not recognizing you as a sovereign nation unless you, say that, yeah, you'll pay us back all these reparations for loss of property. That was in 1825. Haiti did not finish paying off that shit until after World War II. The nation of Haiti has been trying to pay off that loan for so fucking long that they were never able to grow crops that made their own people money. Grow crops that sustain their own population. They grew a fuck ton of sugar. You can't sustain a population off sugar, but you know what you can do? Make money and pay back the fucking French. Their taxes were like 40%. And it was so much in order to go back to France. So none of this money that they ever generated was ever able to go back into Haiti. The 2010 earthquake was such a fucking catastrophe because their infrastructure is ass. Like, yeah, everything fell down because nothing was secure or built well. Anyway, so with all that fucking huge payback, France built the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty. There's a whole lot more to Haitian history, and it's so fascinating, and it's wild. So, okay, this is like part one. We kind of went through like the colonial period. I want to talk about Papa Doc and Baby Doc, and then also the current status, because I want to know the perspective on things from a Haitian point of view. Like, appreciate you, online websites and things, but like, sac passe, hit me up in the comments, please. What's the tea? Talk to me. And that's the story, bro.